when it comes to our politicians, okay? If you do a survey on politicians on how people feel about them, like the approval rating of Congress, for example, always terribly, terribly low, like 10%, like only 10% of people like these people. But there's an interesting phenomenon that, when it comes time to kick these people out of office, 80 or 90% of them will absolutely be reelected every single time, okay? And the interesting thing about that is, what you can kind of get out of that is people tend to think all politicians are bad except for theirs, okay? If you're in Tennessee, you think all the rest of them are terrible except your guy, okay? If you're in Mississippi, you think the guy in Tennessee is terrible, but not the guy in Mississippi. So, when it comes to our politicians, we would like to think that they always have our best interest in mind, and especially if we voted for them. But that's not necessarily always the case. It is possible that you vote for someone who turns out to be not so great, okay? I'm just pointing that out to kind of have you have an open mind about things when you're watching these videos, okay? I don't think all of our politicians are terrible, by the way. There are certain things I agree with what they do and say, and sometimes I agree with them, sometimes I don't. People tend to believe what they already believe, okay? This is actually a phenomenon called confirmation bias, okay? So confirmation bias basically says that you're going to look for information that already supports what you think, okay? Everyone does this. I do it even though I'm aware of this concept. It's something really hard not to do, something that's really hard to break out of the habit of. A good example of this, if you follow politics of any kind, if you're a conservative, if you're a Republican, you probably watch Fox News, okay? And the reason for that is they're saying what you already believe, okay? If you are a liberal or if you're a Democrat, you're going to watch something else, CNN, MSNBC, something like that, and they're going to be telling you what you already believe, more or less, okay? You tend to seek out, whether you realize it or not, information that confirms your beliefs already. An example of this would be, I hear something, let me see, a good example of, maybe something about Donald Trump. You're either trying to prove or disprove what someone else on Facebook has told you about Donald Trump, okay? You could search for something, and let's say you're trying to prove it, okay? If the top 5 articles disprove what you're trying to prove, you will ignore them. And the 6th article, that agrees with you, even though the top 5 did not, you believe that one, okay? You seek out information that confirms what you already feel. I'm asking you to be aware of that when watching these videos of me. If you already feel a certain way about me, put that aside and just listen to what I'm saying and watch me and see how I'm saying it. Some of these things will be different than how you feel about me. And basically, all I'm really after is a fair shake from you on this, okay? I'm putting myself out there and I'm putting these videos out there, and, I'm, opening up myself to, attacks, ridicule, whatever else. I don't think it's a lot to ask that you guys actually just, have an open mind when it comes to the content of these videos, okay?